You are likely checking your banking app right now. You are looking for the highest number you can find. You want to switch banks to get that extra 0.5% in interest. It feels like a smart move. It feels like you are beating the system. But I want to tell you that chasing that rate might be the wrong goal entirely. There is a hidden cost to keeping all your money in a high-yield savings account. We call it a high-yield savings account, or HY-yield savings account, or HYSA for short. The name sounds appealing. It promises yield. It promises growth. But it is not growth in the way that builds generational wealth. Here is the thing. Most people treat their savings account as a place to store money that is growing. They see the balance go up every month. They see the interest payment land in their account. They feel rich. But they are ignoring the silent partner in every transaction. That partner is inflation. Inflation is the rate at which the cost of goods and services rises. When inflation is high, your money buys less. Even if you earn interest, you might still be losing purchasing power. This is called the real return. It is the nominal interest rate minus the inflation rate. Let us look at the numbers. Suppose you have $10,000. You put it in a high-yield savings account. You find a bank offering a 5% annual percentage yield. That sounds great, but suppose the inflation rate is 3%. Your real return is only 2%. You are moving forward, but very slowly. Now consider what happens if you move that same money into a diversified portfolio. A diversified portfolio includes a mix of stocks and bonds designed to reduce risk while seeking growth. Historically, the stock market has returned about 7 to 10% annually over long periods. This is where the opportunity cost comes in. Opportunity cost is the potential benefit you miss out on when you choose one alternative over another. If you keep your money in the savings account, you are choosing safety over growth. You are choosing to protect the principal value. You are choosing to ensure that if you need the money tomorrow, it is there. That is a valid strategy for emergency funds. But for long-term wealth, it is a losing strategy. Over 30 years, the difference between a 2% real return and a 7% real return is massive. Think of it like running on a treadmill. You are running as fast as you can. You are putting in effort. But the belt is moving backward. You are staying in the same place. Inflation is the belt moving backward. The interest rate is you running forward. If you only run at a speed slightly faster than the belt, you make slow progress. But if you step off the treadmill and get on a moving walkway that carries you forward automatically, you cover much more ground. A diversified portfolio is that moving walkway. It does not guarantee you will not stumble, but over time, the momentum carries you further than you could ever walk on your own. There is a psychological trap here. People are afraid of losing money. They remember the market crashes. They remember when their portfolio dropped 20% in a year. They run to the safety of the savings account. They tell themselves they are protecting their hard-earned cash, but they are forgetting that inflation is a tax on cash. It is a tax that never stops. It does not care about your bank account balance. It eats away at your purchasing power every single day. If you keep $10,000 under a mattress, you lose 10% of its value every 10 years to inflation. A high-yield savings account slows this down, but it does not stop it. Let us talk about the math for a moment. You also assume inflation is running at 3%. After 30 years, that money will have grown nominally to about $400,000. But in today's dollars, that is worth much less. Now imagine that same $100,000 invested in a diversified portfolio earning 8%. After 30 years, that grows to about $100,000. That is a difference of $600,000. That is the cost of chasing the highest rate on a savings account. You are optimizing for the wrong variable. You are optimizing for the safety of the principal, but you are sacrificing the growth of the principal. Does this mean you should never use a high-yield savings account? Absolutely not. There are specific times when it is the right tool. You need an emergency fund. You need money for a house down payment in the next year. You need money for a wedding or a large medical expense. In these cases, the stability of a HYSA is worth more than the potential growth of the stock market. You cannot afford to lose the principal if you need that money for a specific event. So, keep your short-term goals in the savings account. Keep your emergency fund there. But do not let your long-term savings sit there waiting for a rate hike. A diversified portfolio smooths out those bumps. It spreads your money across different companies and different sectors. When one sector struggles, another might thrive. This is why we do not put all our eggs in one basket. A high-yield savings account is like putting all your eggs in one very safe basket. It is a good basket. It is sturdy, but it does not produce more eggs. A diversified portfolio is like having a farm. Some years the crops fail. Some years the crops fail. Some years they flourish. But over a lifetime, the farm produces food. I want you to reconsider your strategy. Stop checking the rates on your savings account every week. Stop moving money from one bank to another to chase a point of interest. That is a waste of mental energy. That is a distraction from the real work. The real work is building a portfolio that grows faster than inflation. It is about consistency. It is about time in the market. It is about time in the market. When you chase rates, you are trying to time the market. You are betting that the rates will stay high. History shows us that interest rates fluctuate. They go up, they go down. If you move your money based on rates, you will likely buy high and sell low. So, what is the plan? Keep enough cash in a high-yield savings account to cover 3 to 6 months of expenses. That gives you peace of mind. That gives you liquidity. Once you have that buffer, look at the rest of your money. Is it working hard enough? Is it growing? If it is sitting in a savings account earning 5% while inflation is 3%, you are barely winning. If it is in a diversified portfolio earning 8%, you are building a future. The goal is not to have the most money today. The goal is to have the most purchasing power in 30 years. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. I am a one-person team working hard to make each video better than the last. Subscribe if you found value. It is the best way to show support. Drop a comment with your biggest takeaway. See you in the next video.